hello and welcome to Uptown Tonight.
Hello and welcome to Uptown Tonight. It is October 26th, and this is our Halloween special that we're doing today. So I'm going to see how long I keep this mask on. And you can hear my voice is extremely destroyed, thanks to a bunch of junior high kids for the past few days I've been working with. So, I don't know, lots of loud sounds coming out of my face, and now it doesn't want to do anything at all. But here at Uptown Tonight Podcast, where we believe that a rising tide does raise all ships, so we're here with the FM area's entertainers and trying to do our part in doing all that. Today we got
Departed. Now, Deven's name has come up many times on here.
Deven's name has come up many times on here. This is the first time I think we've actually met. We might have met in some kind of place before, but we don't.
It has to be a show of some kind.
But that's how it's going to go. So we're going to learn a lot about Deven tonight, and we're going to learn a little bit about me from the past 2 weeks. Now, I refrained from doing any kind of photos and stuff like that, but we'll have Sarah put up our weekend fun thing on here. But she can find it while she's doing that. Basically, in the last week, I've been to Disney World. I played in church. I played
all on the same weekend. And all in the same week. And yeah, I'm still extremely tired.
We are now going to the end bumper. You gotta love our duct tape productions. This is beautiful. But yeah, the other things that have happened in the past week is that we've upgraded.
I've been talking about this thing for
about a year. About a year. I finally got one now, and this is the initial run with it, so hopefully it's going well out there. Hopefully it's a lot more clear and everything else. We don't have those potato cameras anymore. And we got another, the 1DX is back on the running spot, so hopefully we got a lot more than that. Also upgraded the video card. We got the 1060. I know the gamers out there are laughing at that, but to me, that's a beast. So we got all that going. So that's
Walt Disney hasn't changed, and JoJo Mayer is still up for grabs. So anyone out there, any drummer looking to get a nice cool DVD for some hand technique, this is what Peter Niblok and I bonded over a million years ago. And basically all you gotta do is guess Peter Niblok's first drum set that he ever purchased. Which was is it ironically or unironically? That was the same drum set that I purchased my first time. So that's that. Next one.
I don't remember.
Pigs is rusty. She hasn't been down here for a while, so and we are back. Yeah, don't worry about it. The rest of it's just merch. We actually have Uptown t-shirts for you. Uptown t-shirts for you for sale. Now we're going to be at JC Chumley's this weekend, so if you find us at JC's, you can purchase one of them shirts, keep us on the road, give us some gas money, all that other happy fun stuff. But I'm boring, so enough about me. Let's talk about Jason. How you doing, Jason? Let's talk about Deven.
Real good. I mean, aside from the nightmares from the past.
Oh, thank you for being on. So this is great. It's our Halloween one, but Deven thought he looked kind of goofy with the hat on, so he's not going to participate in that, which is fine. I'm going to see how long I can keep this stupid head on. Oh, maybe I'll make it the entire time.
Head on. Maybe I'll make it the entire time. Sarah's already going, no, you don't need that. But I think it's creepy as hell. I love it.
I hate when he looks at me dead in the eyes. I'm like, ooh.
Yep.
I have multiple times.
So, Deven, what's the story of you, man? Where'd you come from?
I'm still figuring that out.
Fair enough.
I'm actually originally from like the Elbow Lake area of Minnesota.
There we go.
Like West Central area is what it's called. Around Barrett, Elbow Lake, Ashby, Fergus Falls. Nothing that I'm sure everybody's heard of. Just that small town area.
But still.
Moved to Fargo in about first grade. Yep. And then I met the singer Jesse, and I went to his mom's daycare actually. And
so you're meeting your band members in daycare.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Why'd you move to town in the first place?
I think it was a job that my dad was, it was a new job opportunity.
Okay, you just didn't want to commute.
He must have, yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be it would suck in the winter.
I do remember for a while he was driving back and forth from Fergus to Fargo.
Okay.
Like every day, and you know, like now that I'm driving myself, I'm like, how could you do that? That'd be awful. I couldn't drive every single day. So
I couldn't drive every single day. So
Minnesota.
Yeah, Central Minnesota, and I didn't start getting into music until about, I want to say I was 13.
13 years old.
That's
what
when
grade did that put you in?
Seventh. Yep.
There we go. So you didn't join the band or nothing, or the orchestras or anything, huh?
Well, funny thing you mention that. I did go to jazz band once.
Okay.
And I remember I was kind of a rocker kid, and I was like, well, this is really dorky, so I don't really want to do that. I mean, I've always really liked jazz and different styles of music. I was kind of a douche in high school, so I kind of judged everybody. I'm like, this is for dorks. I was like, there's no breakdowns in this. So,
when'd you go to jazz? What were you going to play? Guitar?
Yeah, I brought my guitar.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to kind of explore other styles of music, and I didn't even know where to tackle something like jazz or stuff that wasn't rock and metal and stuff like that. Which I still never really got that input until I was in until like this year, until I was in a cover band, and then I started kind of learning a lot more. But yeah, Jesse and I stuck with music ever since. We had a couple bands that aren't even worth mentioning because they were bad. And
you got to start off with, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Our drummer actually moved away to Minneapolis, so then we were just gonna call it quits again. We're like, we're not gonna go for it. We're not gonna try to be in this big band or nothing like that, and we're just gonna play for fun if we ever get together or do band practice or whatever. Because it was just me and Jesse after that, and I still remember it. I'm kind of piecing it together in my head right now, but I think it was I started jamming with Jordan. I met Jordan through mutual friends.
Gotcha.
He's the drummer. And then I asked Jesse.
He's the drummer. And then I asked Jesse, I'm like, hey, you want to do music again? And he said no. So it was just, it stayed at that for a little while.
I first brought the idea up to Jordan to start a band, and he said no. And I remember asking Hunter, the bass player, and he said no. And
this isn't going well.
Yeah, long story short, I'm not in a band. No, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. No, but we started jamming and we started writing songs, and we were like, oh shit, like this is actually better than we thought. You know, maybe we should go to the studio and record it, and we did, and then we put up the 2 demos, and there wasn't a lot of fanfare, to be honest, as we expected.
Never is.
Yeah, but and then we started looking for shows, and there was nothing for opportunities. You know, we put fillers out there, but like nobody wanted to give us the time of day or anything like that. Or I was like, it was at that point where it was like, can we even like open for anything? And there was like, so we're like, all right, we'll just do it ourselves. Then we'll book a venue, and
we actually ended up having luck with that.
We actually
promoted it ourselves and tried to find the best graphics we could, and tried to put ourselves in the best position that we could to succeed. We asked around for some opening bands and hung posters everywhere, and we never broke that mold. So now promoters don't like to give us the time of day, so we just book ourselves or keep bugging them until they do. Just like I want to get into Icon Lounge in Sioux Falls. They're a sweet venue, and they're not giving me the time of day right now, so I'm doing the same thing that I do with every other venue that we've built a relationship with. They're gonna ghost me, and then I'll just message them a bunch or send them. It's frustrating, but it pays off. You know, being able to kind of put your band in the best position to succeed. You know, there's no liabilities if if there's a promoter, you know, like and they like half-ass do something as far as planning goes. It's then it reflects poorly on the band. You know, like if the promoter hires a shitty sound guy or something, somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. You know, like if we headline, we control all that. We're like, no, we're gonna have a good sound guy. We're gonna have good bands. The bands are going to get paid, and yeah, it's been a really good mold. Everybody's like, look for promoters, and it's like promoters are douchebags and they're slow.
They don't run at your speed. Yep, and stay with your tempo. I can get behind that. But let's go back to the whole Jesse thing in second grade.
Yeah.
How did you? Well, obviously there's some kind of attraction there. You became friends, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yep. So
I'd say we became friends over like Star Wars and Bionicles and Lord of the Rings, and that's what was all about. It wasn't until we were like 13 or something like that where.
Have you seen the movie SLC Punk?
No, but
no, you should check that out. This sounds basically kind of like, well, I won't say your life, but yeah, there's shading in there.
Check it out. You haven't seen that.
Yeah, check it out. You haven't seen that. Everyone, you haven't seen SLC Punk. The greatest B movie ever.
What's it about?
It's basically, it's that guy that plays Shaggy. What's his name again? Matthew Lillard.
Oh yeah.
He's the main
character arc of these two people that basically were just dork nerds, you know, loving Rush and playing Dungeons and Dragons in their basement in the 80s. And then they found this punk music, and then they thought that they found that that was their identity. Mm-hmm. So they acted like punks, you know, the hair and all the other shit, and they were going full-fledged out. And well, I won't tell you how it ended, but basically they finally figured out that it's more of just a style, not really a lifestyle. So. It's really good.
It's really good.
There's always those hidden B-movie gems, that's for sure.
It's one of those.
But, yeah, just to add on to the booking, too, just to kind of, and then we kind of want to do the same thing that we wish that we never had was, you know, we're going to find our way to break past this whole gatekeeper crap. We're going to book the show, and then the bands that were also getting ignored that are killing it are going to be on it, too, or maybe that doesn't have to, maybe they're doing well or something like that, but I'm not going to pull up somebody's streams and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to book them. They obviously don't draw, because anybody with half a brain that's not lazy knows that, like, you can get 50,000 streams and not sell more than 10 tickets.
That is very, very true.
So I just look for, like, good people and bands that really want it and really care, and then that's just, it's the looking at streams crap, you know, just, like, I wish people would just take 5 seconds and actually look, like, stalk the band, not even, I mean, if they don't make it very easy to find their stuff, then that's on them. Like, yeah, don't book them. I mean, have a freaking link right at the top of your Facebook page. But otherwise, for like booking agents or labels or anything like that, if they're too lazy to even like see if you're good people or anything like, or even just look for 2 minutes, then you don't need to do business with them anyways. They suck.
Gotta give them reasons, of course. Well, let's go. I want to know more about Jesse. Just like how did that develop into a musical like endeavor?
Yes.
Guitar Hero.
Yes.
Guitar Hero for
Star Wars and all the other dorkiness. No, Guitar Hero. I got a whole setup in the next room.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh man.
It was. another kid that went to our daycare, Zach, the original drummer, he also was the same. You know, he learned on Rock Band and Guitar Hero. And I remember Jesse was like, I can kind of sing like James Hetfield, you know, like there's a bass guitar and a drum set in the basement. Could make a band.
Oh, seriously? So you had the instruments in the basement?
Yeah, I didn't know how to play guitar yet, so of course I had to learn to play guitar. I asked for a guitar for Christmas, and I initially was asking for it for so long that it was when I finally got one. I was asking for one since I was like 7 or 8, because I just thought they were so
It
cool.
just drew to you.
Right, I just thought they were so cool.
It just drew to you, huh?
Yeah. I was asking for one for so long that I was like, well, no, I don't even want one anymore. It's been way too, you know, now I have to get lessons. I'm a teenager. I don't want whatever. But I stuck with it. I checked out the first video. I thought it came with lessons, and popped in the Fender DVD and checked out the lessons, and I was like, these are stupid. I'm gonna figure it out.
Cool. So what year did you get your guitar? 13?
13 years. Yeah.
7th grade.
Yep.
Cool. What kind of guitar was it?
It was a one of those the Squire bundles. It comes with an amp, guitar, tuner, everything you need.
Is that the Walmart bundle, or was that the one from Best Buy?
Best Buy.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's my DVD I'm trying to give away. That's where I met Peter Niblok, because I was giving drum lessons out of there, even though he should have been.
Yep.
And he was just one of the reps in the back, and we were just sitting around drum pads, just boo, watching this video.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
No, it's
I forgot what I was going to say. But it was,
gosh, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
It
But it was
was a lot of fun, but I know
it was terrible at first. It was a lot of fun, but I know we sounded terrible, and
Does he have to?
definitely have to shout out Jesse's family for putting up with us having band practice there all the time. And it was, like, admittedly we were bad. Like, we'd play Metallica or Pantera, and
just jump straight to the fire there. Didn't start with Green Day or nothing?
No.
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 A little bit of Bullet
Full
for Valentine.
shred.
Yeah, I mean
Yes.
there was like a few songs here and there. You know, I remember we'd play a few Nirvana songs. A couple other radio ones. I remember that Toadies song that's on all the time. We played that a few times. Played Avenged Sevenfold a lot. Badly, if we couldn't. I might add.
Music's been played in this room, you would be surprised.
I would say, yeah, it's playing it bad. It was often the mentality like we'll just play it bad until it's not bad.
Yeah.
And we did the same thing with writing songs, you know.
So cool. So how did that all develop then? You say you had a drum set and a bass, and then you got a guitar, which is usually the exact opposite of what happens. People always have guitars, and then someone just accidentally has a drum set, and then all of a sudden someone defaults into the bass playing.
Right.
So how did this all come together then?
Let's think. Well, we did that for years where we just practice and play songs and do it as a hobby. And then
This is the original drummer then? And
Yep.
who was playing bass? Nobody?
Tried out a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I understand that too.
I would, but it was consistently me, Jesse, and Zach, and then,
And a cat.
and then Jesse actually, and this is like we're still like 17, 18. This is before Dearly Departed. Jesse didn't want to do that anymore, and Zach. We just figured we'd hang it up, but no, I met Jordan. Like I was saying earlier, I met Jordan, and then I talked to Jesse. Asked everybody about the band again. Everybody said no, so me and Jordan just kept jamming. And then we booked studio time, and Jesse's like, all right, I'll come to a practice, and then he was like, yeah, let's do it, I'm in.
Alright, so what were you booking studio time for?
Some of the original songs that we were jamming that we wrote at practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it caught the ear of a couple other people and they wanted to join in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
As I listened to a couple of your things, I didn't want to listen to them all, but yeah, that recording you have out, that EP,
yeah,
you just put, that thing is nice. That is tight. I really,
Thanks, man.
really like the sound of it.
I love that one too. And actually, it's funny because the songs we did put out, like what we started with, they're called My Vendetta and Living Dead. Those are the two songs that started it, really.
Okay.
That was still kind of, you could still hear the influence of the prior band, where it's kind of like all over the place, the structure is messy, because, you know, we grew up during...
Riff salad?
Yeah, riff salad, yep.
Delicious.
I would say we grew up around the 2010s metalcore scene, so it's like, what is song structure?
It's riff that goes the next riff, yep.
Yeah, so we were still stuck in that, and it was just on its way out. So, anyways, it ended up working out, and we started playing some shows, and like people were going to them, and it was really humbling and really weird in the good way, where it was just exceeding our expectations. That we were like, we should go back and record more. So we did right away. Like we played a show in May of 2018 when we first started. And then December we recorded an album and then put it out the following April or August in 2019. And that would be Extinction. And that one you could clearly tell we were kind of growing and trying to find our sound. There's still some things here and there where I constantly listen to it and hear missed opportunities. Where it's like, why did I do that?
You're going to do that the rest of your life.
Yeah, probably.
That's the beauty.
Yeah, probably.
That's the beauty and terror of recording.
Yep. You always listen to it and you're like, that part is stupid.
Yep.
Why did I...
I could have put this there. Why didn't they? I could have fixed that in the studio, but I was wanting to get it done.
Yep. Yeah, that is exactly it too. You just wanted to get it done. And certain parts we think we're so dumb that we just play them differently live. And people don't. One thing people don't do that I wish we started doing was we drop tuned all the guitars, and I really wish we would have did that prior to the first time going. You know, like. Find out which tuning Jesse sounds, you know, or whoever your singer is, sounds the best in.
That's maturity talking right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And as soon as we did that, we were like, oh shit. So almost every song on the album has a different tuning, but we all run Helixes live, so we can just dial a knob and change our tunings. So, yeah, you'll see that on our set lists. You know, it'll be like Heartless drop A or drop G sharp, Fairweather drop A. You know, it'll says the tunings, and then in our inner monitors too, it'll say, hey, make sure your guitar is drop G. So then I'll run up and hit my pedal, and then it'll switch.
Nice.
Which is convenient as hell, yeah.
Nice.
Which is convenient as hell, yeah. And
so you're running tracks though? Is that what I'm kind of?
Yeah. We had to do tracks for sure.
Sweet.
With how much layering and production is in especially the new ones, not so much the old songs. You can hear that I learned to record because like as we go on, there's more and more crap stuffed into these songs. Because I'll sit around and because I can record it myself now, so that's what we'll do. We'll record it all ourselves and play around with effects and all that stuff. And whatever does the song justice, we'll put it in a live track and then we'll have it with it. But we did get like guitars in those tracks like before, but now we have a second guitar player, so we removed them all. So now the tracks are just like synth, piano, bass blasts, like those fun 808s.
Maybe we should get to those since we're talking about them. Let's go and let's listen to a couple of these things. So that will be under.
I actually did think about putting
other way.
I actually did think about putting one of our tracks, like the actual backtrack file, like on Facebook, so I could be like, hey, you know, there's a lot of I might actually do that tonight or after this podcast.
Yeah, you should.
Or after this.
I'd be interested to see what you have on there as well. And
like
there's two sides of that argument. Some people think that backtracking is just cheating, and the people like me that uses backtracks live and all that, that's a whole nother art that you got to be able to get into. Basically, that thing's gonna be perfect every time, and you got to sit with it every time. Even if you make a mistake, you got to figure out how to get back in. So
I was gonna ask how you felt about that too, but I can wait until after if you're.
We can definitely do that.
Till after if you're. We can definitely do that. Let's get into there. So go to.
And it's right underneath all of his slideshows. So you got.
Oh yeah, I broke my finger.
Yeah, I found that picture and I was just like, what's the story on this one? But
yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment. So let's start off with Heartless here.
It slowly turns to stone. Once you've been
up and down tension and building.
guarded by the bone,
Myself.
turns you hollow. I can't live with myself knowing I did all I could. It wasn't the piece of regret, still the piece of understood. Take my heart away from me. Held on a lock and key. Tear out the strings and give up all that.
So far, almost none of this has been in this track.
I've been cheated.
Other than that,
Is this for the best? To kill my weakness when there's no one. I've been here holding on to the last of my remains. Over the edge as my hands release the pain. Take my heart away from me. Held on a lock and key.
this one was doing
The strings and give up on this. Don't want to feel it anymore. Nothing like before. Keep it far from me. Under lock and
Shotgun, they keep talking about how they record out of someplace.
They keep talking about how they record out of someplace out in, like, I think it was Minot, in Bismarck out there, and they say it's like the best sounding room they've ever heard wherever they've been. So
I should ask them where that was, because I still haven't played a venue out in that area that I've been kind of like excited about the sound, you know. I don't want to badmouth any venues. It's just last time we were there, we were in a room where I don't know if it was the sound guy or if it was the venue or both.
I did hear a
rumor that they were under new management and they were ripping all the, you know, they were doing like stylistic changes, but the things they were removing were essential to the sound.
Oh, of course.
And they didn't pay attention to that at all. They were just like, take this all out, take this all out. So now you have to have a really good sound guy to play there. And I remember there was a date where I was literally, I think it aggravated me so bad that I walked up to the sound booth like mid-song and I was like, look, I'm not playing. It doesn't sound any different. It sounds like shit. Because he was just playing on his phone. I was like, hey, like when usually bands will do certain things on stage, you know, where like the singer will be like, you know,
Need more monitor.
yeah, you'll say like, you'll do like subtle things, or and I'm like, this guy's on his fucking phone. Get off your phone. It's just like any other job, you know, like if you're paid to be there, and the very least that anybody should expect is you're not on your phone while doing sound. especially during like the first,
You believe, yeah.
like the first couple songs. You know, like come on, dude. Like I get it. Like in the middle of a set list or something like that, you just hang out on your phone and. But like when it's like the first, you know, you're doing like quick changeovers and. The only time to adjust the sound is while the band is playing, and then you're on your phone. There's, you know, like this is, people are gonna think we suck. They're never gonna blame the sound guy. So
That was like a Far Side comic that I saw a long time ago. I remember the caption below it. It was just like, and this is when, I'll just make up the name, like Everett lost his job, and it was just this big soundboard. You see the musicians in the back, and it has this big button in the middle that says the suck knob, and you see him reaching up for it.
I wonder what that would do.
Yep, so sound guys do have that option. They can make you the greatest, they can make you the worst.
Yep. Yes, they do. Yep.
So that's that deal. We got another?
We don't have to listen to them all, but we can.
Oh, that one actually was cut short before the nasty breakdown.
Oh, we want to get to the breakdown?
Yeah.
The strings and give up on this. Don't want to feel it anymore. Love it like before. Keep it far from me. Under lock and key.
Jeremy did a really good job with the mixing on those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Yeah.
I feel the void as it falls into the abyss. Utter darkness fills the hole in my chest. I feel the void as it falls into the abyss. Fills the hole in my chest. Violate, I am heartless.
Yeah, he learned from that, that's for sure. He's like kind of a juggernaut with vocals, you know, it's like he never loses his breath, he never misses almost never misses words. He might miss have a note slip or anything like that, or something like that, but
Does he lose his voice like this old man?
no, he doesn't lose his voice either. And I was like, do you even warm up anymore? And he's like, not really.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's another one you want to hear out of here?
Out of here, Fairweather's a fun one. I did a lot of new things. I mean,
Hit it.
that one just got playlisted by Apple Music. We got our first editorial.
Nice. Hit it.
This one I was experimenting with a lot of like pop elements. Hadn't done that kind of stuff before.
Straight out.
Yeah.
I feel it in my bones. You move with an undertone.
I had a
Before the
bitch
words
of a
left your
time.
lips, I
I
didn't even have to
don't know
guess.
how to do these.
I should have known.
He's the virtual drummer.
Forsaken my love. This is what I get for believing in us. And every little lie has destroyed my trust. Tell me how you really feel so I can move along. Closure I needed to prove that I was wrong. As far as I can see, we're not meant to be. Lying like we need everything to take with us forever. You're just fair weather. Oh, let me please catch my breath before you get it off your chest. You're going straight
adamant on doing it all in one take. So there's layers and stuff, but he's like, I want to hold all of it in one take. But nobody's going to believe that you want to take this stuff for them.
This is what I get for believing in us. And every little lie has destroyed my trust. Tell me how you really feel so I can move on. Closure I needed to prove that I was wrong. As far as I can see, we're not meant to be. Lie like we need everything. To think with us forever. You're just forever.
Nice. Let's pick one more before we get into the weekly report here.
Yeah. I would say, let's see. Well,
Play an older one. See where you came from.
like how far old?
Oh, I only got 5-year tunes up here, so
I would say
like Haunted.
we did Hindsight. That's on here, but that one was written right after Extinction, so it's actually a little bit because we did half the album, and then COVID was at its peak, so we just put the whole thing on pause until the pandemic could fuck off, and then
No kidding.
and then we went back and finished it. Hindsight's a little older, but if you really want to hear where we came from, it's fun to listen to what we just listened to and then go to like Living Dead or something,
Oh, okay.
where it's not nearly as good in my opinion.
Let's
But-
try this Hindsight thing since that's we got.
Yeah, that was. This was 2020 we recorded this. Yeah.
It only takes the one.
We wrote the
Never
vocals
happen again. Take it for granted.
We wrote this song, like, wrote in that short period of
In a
time.
moment. In hindsight, I was so blind to think I'd have what's mine. In hindsight, we lost our time. We'll never make this right. Could you rip the heart from your chest? Crush it and leave it for death. I'm in way over my head. Lost in a moment. In hindsight, I was so blind to think I'd have what's mine. In hindsight, we lost our time. We'll never make this right. And life was holding out to get us. Did everything to try and break our trust. Tell me there was never once a lie. So how did we not
I still love that part. Still reminds me of Payphone by Maroon 5, but it's all such a band.
In hindsight, I was so blind to think
Okay?
otherwise. In hindsight, we lost our time. We'll never have this life. In hindsight.
to so much Hands Like Houses when I wrote that song. It still sounds like them.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Please tell me you're still writing.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we definitely need more of this stuff. But we need to get to the weekly report here, so we're over a half an hour in already. See you now, I miss you, man. See if my voice holds up. It's gonna be back. All right, we're going uptown. We got sushi roll Thursday and Friday over at the Windbreak on Slam-A-Fam, hitting it out for ending the weekend right there on Saturday the 29th. Shooting Star in Manila. We got Rhino at the Mustang Lounge Friday and Saturday, 28th and 29th. Then we're going up to the Poorhouse where we played last weekend. So we got Slam-A-Fam there's on Friday, and Sushi Roll will be taking the stage there on Saturday the 29th. You can see what they're switching on there. And then the tech, we got Heavy Sweater, Sounding Fathers, Copium, and Artificial, I can't read that, Dopamine. Is on Friday the 28th. And then we got Chris Webby, Eco something, and then Justin Chauncey on Tuesday the 1st. So we're already into November.
That's pretty bananas.
Crazy. Well, now we're going downtown Acoustic Corner on Wednesday tonight, right as we're probably speaking. Mick Klein, Michael Pinker at Murphy's Pub, a couple blocks from here. Then we got Kyle Colby at Fargo Brewing. Thursday, tomorrow, we got Rick Adams at JC Chumley's, where we're going to be this weekend. And then Friday, October 28th, we got Rick Berg at the Midtown Tavern. Rick Adams again in town at the Elks Club. And Michael Pink again in town at the Tailgaters. Going downtown, Front Street Tap from Vinyl and Vino tomorrow night. And then the open mic night with Travis Nealos on Monday the 31st on Halloween. That's going to be a fun one. You guys need to get out to that. The Cellar, we got open mic with Mark Quay Belcha. Actually tonight. So open mic, that is open mic stand-up comedian. So if you got a minute or two, you should go on out there, work yourself out. Troll Lounge, Tuckered Out tomorrow night. Then we have Dylan Sperlin on Saturday, and then the Bluegrass, I can speak. They had jams next Tuesday on the 1st. At Fargo Brewing Company, we have Amigo the Devil tomorrow night, and then 4 on the Floor and American Scarecrow on Saturday. The Delta 42nd Hotel, we have Kathy Brecky in the 42nd Street Jazz Band every Thursday night out there. So looking for some good jazz, that's the place to be.
I need to go to that, actually.
They are good. Oh, man. They are good.
Kathy was my choir teacher.
Oh, you're another Moorhead guy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got something to talk about. Dempsey's. We got open mic with Dina Powers. And my voice is dying. Excuse me, everyone. Tomorrow night. And then, what's that day? Walking Phoenix will be there on Friday. At the Aquarium, Gorgatron. I think it's Gorgatron's, are they leaving on tour?
Album release.
Album release, that's what it was. The Gorgatron's going to be out there with Ice Grinder and Prediction of the Witch and No Divinity. Oh, excuse me for one moment. Yuck. So tomorrow night, and then Earthworm Tim. I gotta take this mask off because I cannot read that small writing. Here we go. And Mischief Brew. Now with Neil, Queens of the Stone Age, Too Fast for Frank, punk versions of country classics, Idols, Ides, Disappear Forever, and New Order, and Joy Division on Friday. That's going to be a long slog going through that, but I bet a lot of good music going on.
Did you say Too Fast for Frank?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
That's going to be at the Aquarium.
What day?
I think tomorrow. No, that'd be Friday. That's on Friday.
Oh, snap.
So
I might go to that.
you should.
Yeah.
Be out there. Support your local venues. Okay. Hippo, Basura, Blomster. I love that name. Eon Jolt Z Unit is on Saturday over at the Aquarium. And then we're Swing Low with Mall Baltic and Boardwalk Souls past the Flask, Dose, ADGC, and Spec on Sunday, 30th. And then Kingdom Collect, the Funeral Portrait, and Perfectly Still will be rounding it out there on Tuesday the 1st. At VFW, we have the Pawnbrokers Friday and Saturday. Murphy's Pub, Tripwire, out there for their costume contest and everything on Saturday. And then VFW in West Fargo, FM Boogie Nights will be hitting the stage on Saturday as well. Now we're going out of town. The original in Minot. We got FM All-Stars this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Laughing Sun Brewing, our favorite brewing company on the Mandan Bismarck area. We got Ben Succi on Thursday, the Shaky Calls, and Johnny Spud on Friday. Anonymous Phenomenon on Saturday, and then open mic with Danny Savage on Tuesday, the 1st. Old Jadam Records, the Grand Forks. We got Chaotic Entity with Cygnus Shermstick and Quen. Yeah, Shermstick and Quen with Gradients. Love you, Gradients. Others, I don't know if that's a band or if that's just other people. We have Saran Heavy Sweater again, Pursuit and Kickback Kids with Split German on Saturday. And then Zorbas and Detroit Lakes, we got DJ One Pretty Wiki on Saturday as well. And Uptown, we've already gone through all this, but again, yeah, Kicks Band will be playing at the First Lutheran Church out in Broadway. And then we also have Jason Chumley's that band Uptown, whoever they are. They're going to be out there on Saturday, the 29th, costume contest and all the other fun stuff happening out there. You might see me wearing this goofy mask as well. So that's all we have for this week.
With the weekend report. And yes, I had to take the mask off. I could not read anything through that thing. And yeah. My voice doesn't sound any better, but this is awesome.
So, Deven.
It's good hanging with Deven here. So, Deven.
You got shows rolling again.
You got shows rolling again. Do you have anything that's like really outstanding other than playing Attack a couple weeks ago that you have coming up that you're really looking forward to?
We just finished like our whole run of fall dates actually. So
okay.
We had just played a bunch, and now we're booking for January, February, March.
Oh, interesting. So you're just kind of booking like little spurts and then take a break and do that again.
Yeah,
that's not a stupid way of doing it. It is not.
Especially, well, we all have jobs too, and like
Jobs.
not super rock star stuff at all. But you know, there's like my situation, for example, is I got to put in so many freaking hours at work, like as many as I can. So it's really difficult when you're trying to do like a little balancing your lives.
Oh yeah, you gotta juggle it all together.
Yeah,
keep it in balance. You watch Cobra Kai at all?
Mm-mm.
You gotta watch Cobra Kai.
I actually haven't been watching a lot of TV. I guess I
keep
did.
giving you all these things that you need to watch.
Yeah, I just finished Dahmer on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't got into that. As I watched, well, I was alive when he was doing his thing, and then I watched like the first few movies that came out right afterwards. So I know the story. I get it. You know his apartment number? Yep. 213.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah, that's what bands back in those days, you know, we're so like, we're so edgy, that's we'd always put on whatever our door was. The Dahmer apartment number.
Yeah.
A bunch of dorks. But you got anything that you have in mind that you want to get into starting in January?
I would say. Well, we've wanted to get into like if you're in regards to like what cities and stuff like that. I've been looking a lot at more Minneapolis stuff.
Nice.
More Des Moines, Omaha, Sioux Falls. I've been bugging a lot just because I keep hearing so many good things. You know, if I find a venue that I like, I'm gonna essentially harass them until they. It's just like nobody wants to take you seriously until you.
They never do.
Yeah.
No.
And that's why I'm kind of. I know some bands are a little apprehensive about it, but it's like if you bother them long enough, they'll answer. And it's like we could never get, like, for example, we wanted to play the Amsterdam and Minneapolis because we love that place a lot. And you know, it's like, how do we get in there? We don't have a following, we don't do this, we don't do that. Well, we bugged them and bugged other bands, like, hey, if you go there and headline, we want to play, and then we'll bring you up to Fargo. And
there we go.
You know, like a show trade kind of thing. And Archers did it for us, so we went down there, and then we tried to talk to the venue as much as we could just to kind of get an in there, and then we booked a headlined one and went back, and it was really great. So we'll definitely be going into the cities and Wisconsin around the spring next year. Like I mentioned before, kind of just regional for now.
Yeah, still you're spreading out. That's really good. That's a really good way of doing it. You know, Fishbone. That's what I always talked about when they got started. You just basically like do a circle, and the circle just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until everyone knows Fishbone now. Well, I shouldn't say everyone. That's getting old. Yeah, seriously, we're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I saw them at the First Ave in Fargo. And you probably even know what the First Ave is. It turned into like the Avalon Center and something else, and now I think it's just an empty building. But it used to be a killer place to play. It had a great sound system. Cush, it was just posh in there. And yeah, those guys blew me away. They played there one night, and it was awesome.
You talking about the hub?
The hub is a different. That's the Avalon, but there was another Avalon on First Avenue in Fargo.
Okay, yeah.
And that used to be called First Ave, and I can't remember what it was before that, but it was the First Ave in Fargo. And yeah, played there many a Tuesday night. You could always get yourself booked in there on Tuesday. So
where was the Nestor?
The Nestor is right down the street, even a little further, but it's across. I don't know if that's an MP or whatever. Maybe it was on MP, but it was across University.
I never got to go there either. I wasn't 21.
My parents actually met at the Nestor, and when we were playing there, we swear to God the carpet was still the same. So,
speaking of carpet, you gotta tell the.
Uh-oh, we got something coming up here.
We got something coming up here. So let's hold that off. We gotta get to some juvenile destruction here.
Pretty lame. Yeah, but these are all recycled. It's on my driveway. It'll be figured out by the end of tomorrow, but I haven't been able to make any fresh ones for a while. You guys probably like, why the hell are you doing this? And I go, why not? Because it's fun to break shit. Something that came off back then, so I grew up in this house. Perfect game, too. You're hired.
A million years ago.
Parties here, and then
But we'd have the parties here, and then at some point, someone would get on the roof, and we'd be throwing just some weird electrical equipment off or whatever, just to watch it explode on the driveway. So we're just kind of keeping the tradition alive here with little segments of off the roof. But all these are recycled because I haven't had a chance to actually make some new ones, so I just go back and literally just by random, and it's like, oh, these guys, I don't remember which one it is, so. I think I've played that one more than once.
But okay, so we're talking about carpet here. What's going on?
But okay, so we're talking about carpet here. What's going on with carpet?
Oh, I don't want to dog on that you just mentioned. It reminded me of because you mentioned the windbreak earlier. And I was like,
windbreak's got that same thing.
And it's like you shouldn't have. I don't know if you should. Yeah, I don't know even know if they're aware. Like it's such a nice stage and all that stuff, but. I wanted to be like, have you guys walked up here before? You have to like pull your foot off the ground.
You do. It's one of the characters being at the windbreak. But yeah, this Nestor was the exact same, but that was all the way through the entire bar.
Oh.
It was just, yeah. It was interesting. So I got a few stories of Nestor. I was playing in a cover band and we got kicked out in the middle of a set.
Really?
Nestor, that's how bad our front man was being that night. He was just dogging the people that were like the manager and everyone else as he was singing up there. And
really?
The manager just finally like, threw the switch. You're done. Get out. And they're like, oh wow, we just got kicked out of the Nestor while playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, how many bands have been able to manage that?
I would say, yeah. I was just gonna ask.
Oh man,
it seems kind of hard. I mean, I guess you could be. I mean, I guess it'd be easy to be an asshole on stage. I guess. I was gonna be like, it's kind of hard to get kicked out if you're the band.
Oh.
But no, I can see it being pretty easy.
We made it happen, and the rest of the band was not happy. We fired that guy that night, and that was been that.
Hell yeah!
But cool, got anything left for the good of the order? We've definitely gone over time a little bit here, but yeah, definitely got some really good tunes coming up, and great vision, everything else. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Hey, thanks, man.
Tell you that, Deven. Yeah, this is really cool. So, anything left for the good of the order? Where can we find you?
DearlyDepartedBand.com. We're actually working on a brand new website. We're just working on upgrading it again to have better features. I know like there's a couple different. We wanted to have better shipping, inventory management, stuff like that. And we'll be able to actually with our shipping now, we can be carbon neutral.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I got to talk to you about that because I'm having issues with that side too.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you about that.
We did just get a couple new merch designs too. We haven't listed them online yet, but that'll be coming up. The record is out on everything. Heartless is on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much anywhere. I can't think of.
Yeah, definitely had a million places on there.
Yeah, it's even more than DistroKid now that we got a label, which is wonderful. They've been fantastic. It's been absolutely great. They're not like a massive label by any means, but it's just like having somebody in your corner that you can ask for help or something like that. Or
That's cool.
I remember when I was even struggling with some mental health stuff, the owner was willing to talk me through it, and he's like, hey, we have this company that we're partnered with that helps musicians get the care they need for free, and that company's called Backline. They're a non-profit.
Interesting, okay. Shout out to Backline.
Yeah, and they hooked me up with some resources too to find counseling or a doctor, things to read, obviously they have a bunch of information on like depression and all that stuff. So it just feels like the label we're partnered with gives a shit. We told them we don't want anything that's money related. We don't want to sign a deal that gives us that we're literally never going to sign with anybody that's like, we'll buy you a car. So it was good. I like it. I've been really grateful that they've been helping out with the press and that kind of thing. And excuse me, I'm getting tired.
It was getting late.
And yeah, it's a blessing for sure having a team. Not going it alone, because the music stuff can be stressful. Like sending out, like for example, all the blogs and stuff we've been sharing. Like if I had to reach out to everybody myself and not get paid, I would be it'd take all day, like for 4 days. Yeah. And then I'd be like pulling my hair out and not even want to touch my guitar. So yeah, I'm really grateful that people are into the music and we have people helping out. And it feels weird because there's been so many years of nobody caring, and now it seems like lately
things are starting to take off for you, which is great.
It seems that way. I think so. I'm pretty optimistic.
Okay. Gaining every day. Can't lose that way.
Yeah.
No. So you can find us on UptownBandFargo.com and all that other fun stuff. And we're on the Tiki Tags, the Instagrams, all the other fun things on either Uptown Band Fargo or the Uptown Tonight Podcast. So go and look for us out there. And yeah, excuse my voice, but I don't know why you want to excuse it. I think it sounds kind of sexy, don't you think? Oh, wait, what are you doing here? What the? What are you doing here? This is live.
I was about to say,
You were talking to me.
Potato Cam. All right. So, your band may be in trouble if your drummer has more charisma than your front man. But that's why my band's doing just fine. So, until next time.
It's just a little baby turtle. Look at him go.